Hello and welcome to Lesson 6. In this lesson, I will discuss how the ideas are presented and why a person may unwittingly believe those ideas. Now, it is important to recognize that belief can be manufactured. To understand how this can be brought about, we need to understand how we react to ideas and how we appraise an idea as to form a belief. We normally react to ideas that we perceive as either positive or negative. We may not react in any way if we are indifferent to the idea. That is to say, if the idea, inverted commas, doesn't move us. Our reaction to an idea is in the body. It's somatic, it's physiological. We may call it an emotional reaction. In some cases, it is a distinct emotion. For instance, if there is a perception of danger, then there will be an idea indicating danger, and the reaction is fear, the fight or flight response. And we appraise our bodily reactivity based on the information that we have, that is the idea. So in the case of the fight or flight response that we have, we will appraise what it is based on the idea. If the idea is danger, then we will appraise our bodily reactivity as the feeling of fear. Now, this goes the other way as well. Normally, we react to an idea. We have some physiological reaction. Then, when we appraise the idea, we take note of our physiological reaction. If it's positive, then we will accept the idea as valid or true or real. That is to say, the idea has become a belief. If our reaction is negative, we will reject the idea. This is exploited in the manufacture belief. It is exploited by influencing the person to uphold high bodily reactivity, an excited state by which normally we affirm an idea and hold it as a belief. Well, you might say, wouldn't we know what our reaction is? Not necessarily, and this is what the cheat involves. Now consider, what if a danger issue could be presented to you and yet at the same time be concealed? You have an instinctive reaction of fear, and that means you don't have information that it is danger. The evidence here that we see that is stark is in the love at first sight cheat. Remarkably, a danger issue is behind it, and yet the person appraises their bodily reactivity as an attraction, love even, because the idea, the information in other words that they have, indicates an attraction. In manufacturing a belief, a concealed threat is used, which means an issue of danger, but one for which the person has no conscious information. So if an idea is presented to them mentally at that same time, they may believe that they reacted positively to the idea, and thus then they may mistake that idea as being information about their bodily reactivity. They may appraise their bodily reactivity based on that idea, and this is the pitfall. For another example, let's look at manufacture anger. Here, a past issue of annoyance, or one that is created for the purpose, is used. Once again, a concealed threat is used, and while the person is reacting with high bodily reactivity, ideas are mentally presented that indicate that issue of annoyance, ideas that bring it back to mind. The person will become annoyed again with those ideas arising in their mind. However, they are also feeling a lot of energy, and they will then begin to believe that they are really angry and will become angry because they will feel angry, or they will believe that they feel angry. One important giveaway here that there is a cheat involved is that you will start thinking to yourself, why am I this angry with that issue when I was only annoyed at that time? Why am I now this angry? That is a clue that you are being cheated, that the high bodily reactivity normally associated with anger is, in this case, really fear, unrecognized fear. It's a manufacture. When you realize this, you don't have to react. You understand that the fear is really what the high energy is about, not anger. You realize that you're being influenced. So then you don't have to react because you can understand that the fear is causing the high bodily reactivity, and even that you can lessen by realizing that the threat is not aimed to be carried out. The threat is only aimed to influence you to do something, become angry in this case. Ideas and perceptions are the precursors of bodily reactivity. Don't try to change the bodily reactivity. You only need to address the ideas. If you can dismiss the idea and say, hey, that's garbage, reject it, then your bodily reactivity will lessen, or you won't react anymore to that idea. In the next lesson, I will go over and explain in more detail the love at first sight cheat, because this is really the ultimate in manufacturing a belief. And I will use an example of a famous psychologist that has had the experience and doesn't realize